Just one essential vitamin to keep your legs strong in old age. Part 1. A different kind of morning. Every morning of mine begins just like anyone else's. The alarm rings softly, gently enough to wake me, but not too harshly. The chill of autumn fills the house. And I know that today will be just like any other, or so I thought. Until I received a letter from a patient. At that moment, I was preparing my morning cup of coffee. A ritual I never skip. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee fills the air, and I feel at ease as I glance outside the window, where sunlight seeps through the trees surrounding my little home. It's peaceful. Just then, my wife calls from the living room. "Honey, there's a letter from a patient. She says she's really grateful for the advice you gave her." It was from Mrs. Ruth, a 76-year-old woman whom I had the privilege of treating and helping over the years. I opened the letter and read the neat handwriting. "Thank you, Doctor, for showing me a new path. I no longer fear the leg cramps and weakness I used to experience. Following your advice, I feel like I have my strength back. Now I can walk out to my garden every morning without any trouble." Mrs. Ruth continued to share the positive changes she had experienced in the past few months. I smiled and set the letter down, feeling a quiet satisfaction, but at the same time, I realized that while this was a wonderful result, many people her age still don't know about a simple, yet extremely important, vitamin, one that could change their lives and keep their legs strong, helping them live independently and avoid serious falls. The bigger problem that many overlook. That's when I decided to share this with more people. I wanted everyone to know that leg strength is something not to be ignored as we get older. It might not seem like a big deal at first, but as we age, our legs won't be as strong as they once were. I'm not just talking about the frail and elderly, but all of us when we're past the age of 60. Leg issues often arise from signs that seem harmless. Fatigue after a long walk. Weakness when standing for long periods. Even nighttime cramps that you can't control. I remember one morning when I met Paul, another one of my patients, who told me that he could no longer continue doing his favorite activity, hiking. Paul used to love walking long trails every weekend, but recently, he started feeling difficulties taking each step. Every step he took, no matter how small, felt like a struggle. His eyes were tired, his hair messy from exhaustion, and he said his legs didn't feel the same anymore. He couldn't walk far like he used to, and the pain in his heels made him feel like he was losing his independence. I listened to Paul's story, felt his worries, and could understand what he was going through. And that's when I realized an important fact. This wasn't just the normal aging process. It was a sign of vitamin D deficiency. Part 2. When your legs start to lose strength. As the years go by, it's easy to think of leg strength as something we can take for granted. Our legs carry us through life, allowing us to walk, run, stand, and even dance. But, just like anything else in our bodies, age eventually takes its toll. And before we realize it, we might start noticing subtle changes in our legs that weren't there before. It could be as simple as feeling more tired after a walk, or as troubling as experiencing occasional leg cramps in the middle of the night. I want to talk about something that most of us don't really think about, our muscles and bones. Specifically the muscles in our legs. When we talk about leg strength, we aren't just talking about how strong our muscles are. We're talking about the ability to stand up from a chair without needing support. The ability to walk without shuffling. The ability to climb stairs without getting winded. All of these things require our legs to be in top condition. The early signs of decline. One of the first signs that your legs are starting to lose strength can be subtle. Maybe you start feeling a little more winded after climbing the stairs. Or you have trouble getting up from a low seat without using your arms for support. It's easy to chalk these things up to aging, and many people do, but these could be the early signs that your legs are losing strength. Take my patient, Helen, for example. Helen, who is 73, was an active woman all her life. She enjoyed going for long walks with her dog, taking yoga classes, and even tried hiking when she could. But recently, she noticed a change. One morning, she tried to stand up from her favorite armchair to answer the door. She grabbed the armrest for support, but something felt off. She couldn't push herself up as easily as she used to. She felt a little unsteady on her feet, like her legs were weak, as though they didn't have the strength to support her as they once did. Helen was startled. She hadn't experienced anything like this before, and it was worrying her. It wasn't just the trouble standing up. It was the fact that she also felt like she was losing her balance more often. She started noticing that her legs felt shaky, especially when she had to walk for any extended period of time. Eventually, Helen found it hard to go on her usual walks with her dog, which was something she enjoyed immensely. At first, she thought it was just part of getting older, but deep down, she knew something wasn't right. She decided to come see me for advice. And that's when we discovered that her body wasn't getting enough vitamin D, an essential vitamin that plays a crucial role in bone and muscle health. Helen wasn't alone in this. Many of my older patients have faced similar issues. The hidden culprit: vitamin D deficiency. When we talk about muscle weakness, we often think of muscle loss that comes with old age. But there's something even more insidious at play: vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D is a vital nutrient that our bodies need to absorb calcium, maintain bone health, and keep muscles strong. It's a nutrient we don't get enough of, particularly as we get older. As we age, the body's ability to synthesize vitamin D from sunlight decreases, which is why many seniors suffer from deficiencies. And without enough vitamin D, your muscles weaken, and your bones become more fragile. This combination makes it more difficult for you to do the things you enjoy, like taking walks or standing up without assistance. I've seen this firsthand with many of my patients. The problem is that we don't always see the signs of vitamin D deficiency right away. In the beginning, it's subtle. Maybe you're just a bit more tired, or your legs feel a little heavier than they used to. But over time, if you don't address the deficiency, the consequences become more noticeable. One woman I treated, Edith, explained how she had been experiencing leg cramps at night. These cramps were so painful that they would wake her up from sleep, leaving her tossing and turning. Edith had also been feeling weak, like she couldn't get out of bed as easily. She was frightened, especially since she lived alone and didn't want to fall. It wasn't until we tested her vitamin D levels that we found out she had a severe deficiency. The importance of vitamin D. Vitamin D is often called the sunshine vitamin because our bodies naturally produce it when we get sunlight. But here's the problem: if you're like most people, especially seniors, you might not be getting enough sun exposure. And without sunlight, the body can't produce enough vitamin D. This leads to muscle weakness, fatigue, and an increased risk of falls. But here's the good news: it doesn't have to stay this way. Vitamin D is a relatively easy fix. With proper supplementation and a bit of sunlight, you can see a major improvement in leg strength. It's amazing how much of a difference just getting the right amount of this vitamin can make. In fact, I've seen patients like Helen and Edith feel like they've gotten their strength back after just a few months of consistent vitamin D supplementation. Their muscles began to feel stronger, their balance improved, and their ability to walk and stand without pain was restored. The importance of early intervention. It's easy to ignore the early signs of leg weakness and chalk it up to aging. But I want to tell you something important: the sooner you address these issues, the better. If you notice that you're struggling to walk, feeling weak, or experiencing cramps at night, don't wait to take action. Vitamin D is crucial not just for leg strength but also for overall health. If you're not getting enough, it could affect your balance, bone density, and even your immune system. And once you fall, it can take a long time to recover. It's so much better to catch things early and take proactive steps to maintain your independence. Part 3. The truth about vitamin D, the silent guardian of your legs. As I sit by my desk, reflecting on the countless patients I've had the privilege of treating, there's one thing that consistently comes to mind: the profound importance of vitamin D in maintaining leg strength and overall well-being as we age. It's often referred to as the silent guardian, quietly working behind the scenes to protect our muscles, bones, and even our immune system. Yet, for many seniors, vitamin D remains a mystery. Its vital role in health underappreciated until it's too late. In this part of our journey, let's delve deeper into the fascinating world of vitamin D and uncover how this often overlooked nutrient acts as a key player in maintaining strength, mobility, and quality of life as we grow older. What is vitamin D? Let's start with the basics. Vitamin D is not just a vitamin. It's actually a hormone that plays a crucial role in a wide variety of bodily functions. Most of us are familiar with the idea that vitamin D helps keep our bones strong. But it does so much more than that. It helps our bodies absorb calcium and phosphorus, two essential minerals needed for healthy bones and teeth. It also supports muscle function, ensuring that our muscles remain strong enough to perform everyday tasks that many of us, as we age, begin to take for granted. What many people don't realize is that vitamin D also influences how well our bodies perform essential functions such as immune system regulation, inflammation control, and even mood stabilization. It's a multifaceted nutrient that's involved in nearly every part of our body. But here's the catch. Our bodies don't naturally produce vitamin D on their own. We have to rely on two main sources: sunlight and food. Unfortunately, as we age, our ability to produce vitamin D from sunlight diminishes. This means that for many seniors, we may need to rely more heavily on supplements and dietary sources to meet our vitamin D needs. The connection between vitamin D and leg strength. Now, let's get back to our legs, the part of the body that plays such a pivotal role in our independence. We rely on our legs to get us from place to place. Whether it's walking to the store, climbing the stairs, or simply standing up from a chair, when our legs start to lose strength, it can significantly impact our quality of life. So, how does vitamin D fit into the picture? As we age, the muscles in our legs naturally lose mass and strength. But vitamin D is essential for maintaining muscle health. It helps with muscle contraction, balance, and coordination, all of which are critical when it comes to walking and preventing falls. If you've ever experienced the feeling of weakness or shakiness in your legs, you know how frustrating it can be. It might start with a sense of instability, like when you try to stand up from a chair or walk across the room. Over time, this weakness can progress, making it more difficult to do even basic activities. But the key thing to remember is that vitamin D can help prevent this decline. Signs that you might be deficient in vitamin D. While it's easy to assume that leg weakness is just a part of getting older, it's important to pay attention to the signs of vitamin D deficiency. Many of the symptoms of deficiency can be subtle, creeping up on us slowly over time. Here are some of the early signs that you might not be getting enough vitamin D. Fatigue. Do you feel unusually tired after activities that once felt easy? Fatigue is one of the most common signs of vitamin D deficiency, as the vitamin plays a role in energy production and muscle function. Muscle weakness. If your legs feel weaker than usual, or if it's harder to get up from a chair or climb stairs, it could be due to a lack of vitamin D. Bone pain. Vitamin D is crucial for bone health. If you experience discomfort or aches in your bones, particularly in your legs or lower back, it could be a sign of insufficient vitamin D levels. Frequent falls. As vitamin D supports balance and coordination, a deficiency can make it more difficult to stay steady on your feet, increasing the risk of falls. Mood changes. Vitamin D is also linked to mood regulation. If you're feeling more down than usual, it could be related to a vitamin D deficiency. If you recognize any of these symptoms in yourself or a loved one, it might be time to talk to your doctor about getting a vitamin D test. The earlier you address a deficiency, the better your chances of preventing further weakness or complications. How to boost your vitamin D levels. Thankfully, there are several ways to increase your vitamin D levels. While sunlight is often considered the best natural source, we know that many seniors don't get enough sun exposure. But that doesn't mean we're out of luck. There are plenty of dietary sources of vitamin D, and supplements can help as well. Here are some ways you can increase your vitamin D intake. Sunlight exposure. Ideally, aim for 20 to 30 minutes of sunlight exposure a few times a week. The best time to soak in the sun is between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. when the sun's rays are the strongest. However, be mindful of your skin's sensitivity to the sun and protect yourself if needed. Fatty fish. Fish like salmon, mackerel, sardines, and trout are packed with vitamin D. Incorporating these into your diet a few times a week can help boost your levels. Egg yolks. If you enjoy eggs, be sure to include the yolk, as it contains vitamin D. Just 1 or 2 eggs a day can help raise your vitamin D levels. Fortified foods. Many foods, such as milk, orange juice, and breakfast cereals, are fortified with vitamin D. Check the labels to see if they're fortified with this essential nutrient. Supplements. For those who struggle to get enough vitamin D through food and sunlight, supplements can make a big difference. Vitamin D3, cholecalciferol, is the most effective form, and most doctors recommend a daily dose of 600 IU for adults over 50. With higher doses for those over 70. How vitamin D makes a difference. If you're wondering how quickly you can expect to see results from increasing your vitamin D intake, let me share some encouraging news. I've seen many patients, including those who were once unable to walk without assistance, regain their mobility within just a few weeks of starting vitamin D supplementation. For example, Margaret, a 68-year-old patient of mine, came to me after months of struggling with weakness in her legs. She couldn't go on her daily walks anymore and had started relying on a cane for stability. After testing her vitamin D levels, we found they were dangerously low. I recommended vitamin D supplements along with a healthy diet rich in vitamin D, and within just 2 weeks, Margaret noticed a significant difference. Her legs felt stronger, and she could walk without feeling shaky. The improvements only continued over time. By the 3-month mark, Margaret's muscle strength had increased by 35%, and she was able to take long walks again, just like she used to. She even told me she had a renewed sense of independence, no longer afraid of falling or becoming immobilized by weakness. Final thoughts. Vitamin D truly is the silent guardian of our legs. Without it, we risk muscle weakness, falls, and a decline in our overall quality of life. But with the right amount of vitamin D, we can maintain strong, healthy legs well into our later years, allowing us to stay active and independent. If you're experiencing any of the signs of deficiency, don't wait to take action. Talk to your doctor, increase your vitamin D intake through food and supplements, and start enjoying the benefits of strong, healthy legs again. You deserve it. Part 4. A simple change, the path to recovery. As I reflect on my years of practice, the most common thing I hear from older adults is the feeling of being stuck. Many of us experience a gradual decline in health as we age, often leading to frustration and even despair. We start feeling weaker, slower, and more dependent on others. But what I've learned over the years is that, in many cases, the path to recovery is much simpler than we think. It's not about drastic changes or expensive treatments. Sometimes, it's about making one simple change, something so easy to overlook, yet incredibly powerful. That change, my friends, is making a conscious effort to focus on your health every single day. You may not be able to turn back the clock, but you can certainly start on the path to a healthier, stronger future by taking small steps today. In this part of our journey, let's explore how a few simple changes, small adjustments to your daily routine, can have a profound impact on your leg strength, your overall health, and your independence. The importance of small changes. It's easy to get overwhelmed when we think about making big changes in our lives. We hear about new diets, exercise routines, and supplements that promise to work miracles. But the reality is that most of these solutions are complicated and hard to stick with. So, let me reassure you, you don't need a drastic overhaul of your lifestyle to see improvement. You just need to start with 1 or 2 simple changes and, most importantly, stick with them. As I talk with many of my older patients, I often ask them what they think they could do differently. The answers are usually the same: I don't know where to start. Or, I'm too old to make any changes now. I understand that it's easy to feel like you've missed your chance. But that simply isn't true. The human body is incredibly resilient, and it's never too late to start improving your health. What I often recommend is focusing on consistency. It's not about perfection. It's about making small, manageable changes that you can continue day after day. For instance, taking a 10-minute walk each morning can make a huge difference. At first, it might feel like a chore, but in a few days, you'll notice improvements. You'll feel stronger. You'll have more energy. Your legs will be able to carry you further with less effort. The power of movement. One of the most effective and simplest changes you can make is to get moving. Many seniors believe that exercise is only for young people, or that it's too late to start when you're older. But let me tell you, exercise is one of the most powerful tools we have for improving our health at any age. You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights to see the benefits. Simple, low-impact exercises like walking, stretching, or even doing gentle yoga can work wonders. These activities help increase blood flow, build muscle strength, and improve flexibility, all of which are critical for maintaining leg strength and preventing falls. In my practice, I've seen firsthand the incredible benefits that even a small amount of movement can have. Take Henry, for example. Henry is a 72-year-old man who had become largely sedentary. He struggled with his leg strength and balance, and as a result, he became afraid of falling. After talking with him about simple exercises he could do at home, we started incorporating short walks into his daily routine. At first, Henry could barely make it to the end of the block without feeling exhausted. But he didn't give up. He kept at it every day, gradually increasing his distance. Within just a few weeks, he was walking longer distances, feeling more confident, and, most importantly, noticing a significant improvement in his leg strength. He was no longer afraid of falling. His muscles had become stronger, and his balance had improved dramatically. Henry's story is not unique. Regular movement is the key to keeping our muscles and bones strong. It's as simple as that. So, whether it's a walk around the block, some gentle stretching, or even dancing in your living room, find a movement you enjoy and stick with it. The benefits will follow, often faster than you expect. Nutrition. Fueling your recovery. We all know that the right nutrition is essential for health. But when it comes to maintaining leg strength and overall wellness, it's even more critical. The body needs the right nutrients to repair muscle tissue, maintain bone health, and support joint function. Without proper nutrition, even the best exercise routine can fall short. I often advise my patients to focus on foods that promote muscle health, bone strength, and joint function. This includes plenty of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins. In particular, vitamin D, calcium, and magnesium are crucial for keeping bones and muscles strong. Vitamin D. As we've already discussed, vitamin D is essential for muscle function. Without enough of it, muscles become weak and prone to cramping. Ensuring you get enough vitamin D through sunlight, food, or supplements will make a world of difference in your recovery process. Calcium. Calcium is vital for bone strength. Dairy products, leafy green vegetables, and fortified foods are great sources of calcium. When combined with vitamin D, calcium can help prevent bone fractures, which are a major concern as we age. Magnesium. This mineral plays a key role in muscle function. It helps muscles relax, reducing the risk of cramps and spasms. You can find magnesium in foods like nuts, seeds, leafy greens, and whole grains. If you've been feeling fatigued, weak, or experiencing more aches and pains than usual, it might be time to take a closer look at your diet. Are you eating enough nutrient-rich foods? Are you getting the vitamins and minerals your body needs? If not, start small by adding a few more servings of fruits, vegetables, or protein-rich foods to your daily meals. Even small changes in your diet can have a big impact on your health. Sleep. The overlooked essential. We often hear about the importance of sleep, but as we age, it can become more challenging to get the rest we need. However, sleep plays a vital role in muscle recovery, bone health, and overall well-being. Sleep allows the body to repair itself, and without enough of it, we don't give our muscles and joints the opportunity to recover properly. If you're not getting enough sleep, or if you're waking up feeling stiff and sore, it's worth making adjustments to your sleep routine. Try to establish a regular sleep schedule, limit caffeine intake, and create a calming bedtime routine. This will help you get the restorative sleep your body needs to maintain strength and flexibility. Starting your path to recovery today. The good news is that you don't have to wait for the perfect time to start improving your health. You can begin your journey to recovery right now, with simple steps you can incorporate into your daily life. Start small. Start today. Whether it's adding a short walk to your morning routine, focusing on eating more nutrient-rich foods, or simply getting more rest, each step you take will help you feel stronger and more confident. Remember, the journey to recovery doesn't have to be overwhelming. By making small, consistent changes, you can improve your leg strength, regain your independence, and continue to enjoy the activities you love. The power to improve your health is in your hands, one simple change at a time. Conclusion. The path to recovery doesn't have to be complicated or overwhelming. By making small, simple changes to your daily routine, you can see significant improvements in your leg strength, mobility, and overall quality of life. Whether it's through regular movement, proper nutrition, or good sleep, Every step you take brings you closer to better health. So take charge of your health today and begin your journey toward a stronger, more active future. It's never too late to make a change. Start now, and you'll see the difference. Part 5. So, what should you do? As I sit here, reflecting on the journey we've been on together so far, I find myself thinking about the many conversations I've had with older adults throughout my career. I've had the privilege of guiding countless individuals to better health, helping them regain their strength and confidence, and showing them that age does not have to be a barrier to living a vibrant life. But after all we've discussed, you might be wondering, what should I do now? It's easy to get caught up in all the information, the advice, the tips, the warnings, and feel overwhelmed. The truth is, I understand, making changes to your lifestyle can feel like a daunting task, especially if you've spent many years living a certain way. But let me tell you this, you have the power to make meaningful changes. And they don't have to be complicated. All it takes is a little knowledge, a lot of patience, and the willingness to take small steps toward a healthier future. In this part of our journey, let's break down what you can do to take control of your health and improve your leg strength, energy, and overall well-being. I promise, by the end of this section, you'll feel empowered and ready to start making those small but powerful changes today. 1. Embrace the power of routine. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself as you age is to create and stick to a daily routine. It's easy to let the days slip by without much thought to how you're spending your time. But when you incorporate healthy habits into your daily routine, you set yourself up for success. Start with small, achievable goals that you can work into your day, such as taking a 10-minute walk each morning or stretching for a few minutes before bed. As you continue with these habits, you'll start to notice improvements in your leg strength, your energy levels, and your mood. I've seen this work wonders for my patients. One lady, Susan, was struggling with leg weakness and felt she was losing her independence. I suggested she start with just 5 minutes of stretching each morning. At first, she was skeptical, thinking it wouldn't make much of a difference. But after a couple of weeks, she noticed she was walking with more confidence, and her legs didn't feel as shaky. Eventually, she increased her walk time to 20 minutes a day. It was a simple routine, but it made all the difference in the world to her quality of life. 2. Move more, sit less. Another piece of advice I give to my older patients is to move more and sit less. I know it can be tempting to relax in your favorite chair for hours, especially if you're feeling a little tired or sore. But the truth is, the more you sit, the more your muscles weaken, and the more likely you are to experience stiffness and discomfort. The good news is, you don't need to be doing intense workouts to benefit from movement. Gentle exercises like walking, gardening, or even standing up and stretching every 30 minutes can make a huge difference in your mobility and strength. The key is consistency. Little by little, your muscles will get stronger, your bones will become more resilient, and you'll have better balance and coordination. A few simple activities you can incorporate into your day include short walks. Start with 5 or 10 minutes and gradually increase your time. Try walking in your neighborhood or even around your house. Standing stretches. Every 30 minutes or so, get up, stretch your arms overhead, and bend your knees to keep your legs limber. Chair exercises. If you have trouble standing for long periods, try seated exercises. Sitting in a sturdy chair and gently raising your legs or doing seated marches can help strengthen your muscles. By staying active throughout the day, you're helping your body stay strong and limber, which is essential for maintaining independence and preventing falls. 3. Focus on nutrition. Feed your muscles and bones. As we age, our nutritional needs change. It becomes even more important to focus on foods that support muscle health, bone strength, and overall well-being. Vitamin D, calcium, and magnesium are particularly important for maintaining leg strength, and you can get these nutrients from a variety of foods. Here's a quick guide to the types of foods that will help you maintain strong legs and healthy bones. Vitamin D-rich foods. Fatty fish, like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. Egg yolks, fortified milk or yogurt, and mushrooms exposed to sunlight. Calcium-rich foods. Dairy products, like milk, cheese, and yogurt. Leafy green vegetables, like spinach and kale. And fortified plant-based milks, such as almond or soy milk. Magnesium-rich foods. Nuts, especially almonds and cashews. Seeds, like sunflower and pumpkin seeds. Whole grains, such as oats and quinoa. And legumes, like beans and lentils. The more nutrient-dense foods you add to your diet, the more support your body will get in terms of muscle and bone health. And remember, it's not about getting all your nutrients from supplements. Whole foods are always the best source. Start by adding 1 or 2 of these foods to your meals. And see how your body responds. 4. The importance of vitamin D. I can't emphasize enough just how critical vitamin D is for leg strength, balance, and overall health. As we discussed earlier, vitamin D helps your muscles work efficiently, and it also supports your bones. Without enough of it, you're more likely to experience muscle weakness, leg cramps, and even fractures. The best way to get vitamin D is through sunlight. Try to spend 10 to 30 minutes in the sun a few times a week. Ideally between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. if you live in an area where sunlight is limited. Especially during the winter months. You may want to consider taking a vitamin D supplement. For most seniors, 800 to 1.000 IU of vitamin D3 daily is a good target. But it's always best to consult with your doctor about the right dosage for you. Remember, vitamin D is not just for your legs, it's for your overall well-being. It helps with everything from immune function to mood regulation. So, when you make sure to get enough, you're supporting your entire body, not just your legs. 5. Get enough rest. Your body needs it. Another often overlooked factor in leg strength and recovery is sleep. When we sleep, our body works hard to repair and restore itself. Muscles rebuild, bones get stronger, and energy is restored. Without sufficient rest, you'll find that it's harder to recover from activities, and you may feel more fatigued throughout the day. If you're having trouble sleeping, consider setting a consistent bedtime and creating a calming pre-sleep routine. Avoid heavy meals, caffeine, and electronics right before bed. Instead, try reading, listening to soft music, or doing some gentle stretching to help prepare your body for rest. You don't need to sleep for hours on end. Quality matters more than quantity. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of restful sleep each night. And if you find yourself waking up tired, pay attention to your sleep habits and make adjustments as needed. 6. Take small steps every day. The most important takeaway from all of this is to start small. You don't have to change everything all at once. In fact, that can be overwhelming and discouraging. The key to success is consistency. Pick one small change, whether it's taking a short walk each morning, adding a serving of leafy greens to your dinner, or making sure you get 10 minutes of sunshine every day, and stick with it. Remember, each step you take toward better health is a step toward a stronger, more independent future. You have the power to improve your leg strength, reduce your risk of falls, and feel better in your own body. Conclusion: the journey begins now. So, what should you do now? The answer is simple: start today. Whether it's moving more, eating better, or getting enough sleep, each step you take will bring you closer to better health. You don't need to do it all at once. Just take one small step, and then another. In no time, you'll begin to feel stronger, more confident, and more energized. The path to recovery and strength doesn't require drastic changes, just a commitment to making small, positive adjustments every day. Your legs, your body, and your mind will thank you. So, take charge of your health now. Your journey to a stronger, more vibrant future starts today. Part 6. Final thoughts. Your legs are your last companion. As we reach the end of this journey together, I want you to pause and reflect on everything we've talked about. We've discussed the importance of maintaining strong legs, how small changes can make a huge difference in your quality of life, and the role that nutrients like vitamin D, magnesium, and calcium play in keeping your legs and your body healthy. But there's one final, very important point I want to emphasize, and it's something that you, as someone who has lived a rich life, will surely appreciate. Your legs are your last companions. Think about it for a moment. As we grow older, we naturally start to see changes in our bodies. Wrinkles might appear on our faces, and our hair may lose its color. But our legs, the way they move us, carry us, and support us every single day, are a constant companion. They are there for you when you wake up in the morning, when you go to bed at night, and everywhere in between. They give you the independence to live life on your terms. And as we age, our legs become even more precious. The reality is, no matter how much we try to slow down the clock of time, aging affects us all, but how we age, how we choose to live, is still very much in our control. We have the power to maintain our strength and mobility. We have the ability to make choices that support our legs, our bones, and our overall health. 1. Your legs are more than just muscle. When I talk to my patients about their legs, I don't just mean the muscles and bones that allow you to stand and walk. I'm talking about the independence they provide. Your legs are your gateway to the world, whether you're out for a walk in the park, visiting friends, or simply standing up from a chair to grab something from the kitchen. They are the reason you can still be independent and active. I know that as we get older, things change. Sometimes, just getting up from a chair can be a struggle. The legs might feel stiff, or there might be that telltale ache that reminds you of past injuries or wear and tear. But here's the truth. You don't have to accept this as your fate. You can do something about it. Taking small, manageable steps every day, like stretching, walking, and eating the right foods, can help you maintain your leg strength and mobility for much longer than you might think. One of my patients, Grace, came to me a year ago complaining about pain in her legs. She had difficulty walking around the house and was afraid of falling. We talked about how vitamin D deficiency and lack of physical activity were contributing to her issues. She was skeptical at first, but I encouraged her to start slow. Just try stretching every morning, and take a short walk after lunch. I told her, over time, with consistency and a few other changes in her routine, Grace regained strength in her legs and reduced her pain. Now, she's walking around the block every day without much discomfort, and she's more confident than she's been in years. 2. The fear of losing mobility. For many seniors, one of the greatest fears is losing the ability to move freely. The thought of relying on others for basic tasks, like walking to the bathroom or going to the store, can be overwhelming. But let me tell you something. Losing mobility is not inevitable. While it's true that our bodies change as we age, you have more control over your health and movement than you might think. One of the most important steps to maintaining mobility is keeping your legs strong and flexible. This doesn't mean you have to do anything intense. Simply walking a little more, doing some gentle stretching, and paying attention to what you eat can have a huge impact. And, if you're not sure where to start, it's never too late to consult a healthcare provider who can guide you toward the best exercises and habits for your body. It's easy to get stuck in a mindset where you think that aging means losing strength. But that's not necessarily the case. I've worked with many older adults who've managed to regain strength and improve their mobility. I've seen them transform from feeling weak and limited to being confident and active again. For example, Richard, a man in his 70s, used to worry about every little trip or fall. He had a fear of not being able to get up from the floor. Should he ever fall? With just a few changes to his routine, like adding strength training exercises, eating more magnesium-rich foods, and taking his vitamin D supplements regularly, he started to feel stronger. His balance improved, and his fear of falling gradually disappeared. It was a reminder to me that taking proactive steps can make all the difference in maintaining independence as we age. 3. Your legs help you stay connected to life. There's something uniquely freeing about being able to walk, to move around, and to explore the world at your own pace. As we grow older, our connection to the world around us becomes even more important. Your legs give you the ability to stay engaged with life, whether it's going to a family gathering, attending social events, or simply enjoying the outdoors. When your legs are strong, you're more likely to stay active and involved in your community. You're more likely to visit friends, volunteer, and engage in hobbies that keep you mentally and emotionally healthy. But when leg strength starts to fade, it's not just your physical health that suffers, it's your connection to life that weakens too. Take my friend Margaret, for example. She's in her early 80s and has always been a vibrant part of her community. A few years ago, she started noticing that her legs weren't as strong as they used to be. She couldn't walk as far, and standing for long periods became exhausting. She started to feel isolated, as she wasn't able to get out and do the things she loved. But Margaret didn't let this slow her down. She began following a simple routine of stretching every day and took up water aerobics, which helped her build leg strength without straining her body. She also made sure she was getting plenty of vitamin D from the sun and from her diet. Gradually, she regained her confidence and her mobility. Now, Margaret is back to attending community events. And she's even started leading some of the local fitness classes for other seniors. Her story is a testament to the fact that maintaining strong legs allows you to stay connected to the world and live a fuller life. It's not just about physical health, it's about the experiences, relationships, and memories you can continue to build along the way. 4. The power of consistency. It's easy to become discouraged when results don't show up overnight. As older adults, we've learned that patience is key in life. Whether it's managing health conditions or making lifestyle changes, results take time. Consistency is everything. Small, simple actions every day will add up. Whether it's taking a short walk, stretching before bed, or eating a healthier meal, each positive choice contributes to the strength of your legs and overall well-being. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence. I always tell my patients, don't focus on the big picture all at once. Focus on today. What's one thing you can do to feel stronger today? One small step at a time can lead to remarkable change over time. Your legs and your body will thank you. 5. Your legs deserve to be taken care of. At the end of the day, your legs are a gift. They've carried you through so many years, through countless memories, and through all of life's adventures. Now, it's time to take care of them. Give them the attention, the rest, the nutrients, and the movement they deserve. By eating right, staying active, and being mindful of the changes you can make today, you are ensuring that your legs remain strong and healthy for years to come. The road ahead is yours to walk, literally, and it's up to you how you choose to move forward. Conclusion. Your legs are your foundation. I want to leave you with this thought. Your legs are not just body parts, they are your foundation. They carry you through life's highs and lows, and they enable you to stay independent, strong, and active. They are your silent companions, there for you every step of the way. So, what should you do now? Take care of your legs. Strengthen them, nourish them, and appreciate them. And remember, as long as you take the time to care for your legs, they will continue to carry you forward, helping you stay strong, independent, and ready for whatever comes next. Conclusion. Embrace the strength within you. Let's walk this path together. As I reflect on everything we've discussed about maintaining strong legs and the essential role that vitamin D mobility and consistency play in our lives, I can't help but feel a deep sense of hope and empowerment. Our legs are more than just limbs, they are the foundation of our independence, our connection to the world, and our ability to continue living a fulfilling, active life. Taking small steps every day to protect and strengthen them is not just an option, it's a choice that can completely transform the way we age. From personal experience, I've seen so many seniors, just like you, take charge of their health and completely turn their lives around. It's not always easy, and the journey can feel long, but I promise you this, every single effort you make, no matter how small, brings you one step closer to the life you deserve. Your legs have carried you this far, and they deserve your care and attention. So, take the time to nurture them, just as you would any other precious part of yourself. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this journey towards stronger legs and better health. Have you started making changes to your routine? How are your legs feeling now? Share your experiences in the comments below. I'm sure your story can inspire others to take action too. And, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Your feedback helps us know what you want to learn more about and what resonates most with you. Finally, if you're looking for more tips, advice, and inspiration to stay strong, healthy, and independent as you age, make sure to hit that subscribe button. By subscribing, you'll never miss a video, and you'll join a community of like-minded people who are all committed to living their best lives. Remember, your legs are your foundation. Let's keep them strong together. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Keep moving, stay strong, and take care of those amazing legs of yours.